Hello friends, subscribers, and fellow survivors. Welcome back to my channel. I know I said I wouldn't be back today because I was going to continue painting, but shoot, I am still sore, so I just thought I would take another day to recover before getting into that. Painting is a very, very physical job. You know, you're on the floor doing woodwork, and then you're up doing the ceiling and taping, and it's just, I'm still a little bit sore, so I'm taking another day off. So I thought I would come on and give you all a fairy tale. I finished one yesterday and wrote another whole one, so I'm a little bit ahead of where I need to be able to come back with one. So I thought I'd go with another fairy tale today. So where we left our royal family yesterday, the Queen has let the Duchess know that she found out about her stealing the baby, and the Duchess is now panicking. The Duchess summoned her mother, and her mother said she would try to help her by sending someone from her coven to find out what's going on with the Queen. And now the Duchess has to figure out something to tell her husband. So that's where we've left off. She found him holding the sleeping baby in a chair in the salon, gazing at him adoringly. She cleared her throat gently to get his attention. Prince Harry looked up and smiled. "I can't believe how much I love him already," he said in wonderment. Duchess Meghan knew her husband would fall into step with her. She just had to give him good reason. She did not want him to know the truth about her procurement of the baby, so she began to spin a wild yarn. "Harry, I've heard from your granny," Meghan began sadly. "Does she have some instructions for us about the tour?" Harry asked. "No," Meghan replied. "It is about the baby." "What about the baby?" Harry asked. "It is bad news," Meghan informed him. "What now?" Harry asked again. "Well, the people I adopted him from have changed their minds, and they have gone to the Queen and asked for him back." "Oh no," Harry cried. "Do we have to give him back?" "Maybe not," Meghan replied. "Her Majesty thinks that they are most concerned about the child being raised in a royal fishbowl. She thinks if we could convince them to feel sorry for us and make them believe the child will be raised out of the public eye, perhaps they will change their minds and allow us to keep him." "How are we going to do that?" Harry asked. Meghan laughed. "It is all about acting. I will write the scripts and we will rehearse." Early the next morning, the Duchess presented the prince with his handwritten script. Harry read it, then glanced up in disbelief. "I can't say that, Meghan. None of that is true." "It doesn't have to be true, Harry. It is acting," Meghan explained. "Let me see your script," Harry demanded. Meghan handed him a few sheets of paper. He glanced at the first one. "Okay, the mother, sister, woman of color thing is fine." He glanced at the next page. He looked up in amazement. "What is this?" He held up the papers at her. "I can't believe you're planning on saying no one has asked if you're okay, and it's a real struggle. You know bloody well Kate asks you every day. She tried to give you advice, wisdom she has gained while learning to be a proper duchess. You didn't want to listen. You thought you could do it better than Kate. No one can do it better than Kate." "Wow," Meghan said. "I always suspected it, but now you have confirmed it for me." "You are in love with Kate," she cried accusingly. "No," Harry replied. "I just think she's a way better duchess than you. She offered to help you every step of the way, and all you have ever done is yell at her staff and make her cry and plant a spy in her office. And this crap about how your friends warned you not to marry me? Yeah, that's real believable," he scoffed. "After our first date, they wouldn't leave me alone about you." "Oh, Meghan is so sweet," he mimicked. "Meghan would make such a good duchess. Meghan would bring some new blood into the royal family," and yada, yada, yada. "Harry," Meghan interrupted, "it's acting. Of course it isn't true." "Well, I don't think it's a good idea to say all this bad stuff about the family, and I am not going to." What are you willing to say out of what I have written? She asked. I am willing to say my brother and I haven't been getting along, because that's the truth. We haven't been getting along since the day I brought you home. Fine, Megan retorted. What about the stuff about the press? Why would I say that stuff about the press? Harry asked. Many of them have been my friends for years, and they've gotten a lot better since I lost my mom. Megan had a ready response. Actually, Her Majesty suggested it. She thinks if the baby's parents are convinced we are at war with the press and that we crave privacy, we are more likely to keep the baby out of the public spotlight. In fact, she has suggested we file a suit against the news for an invasion of privacy. Are you serious? Harry asked doubtfully. None of this makes any sense to me. Megan nodded her head in agreement. I know, she responded. It doesn't make any sense to me either, but she's the queen, so we have to do what she says. Yes, of course we do, Harry agreed. So, I shall feed the setup question to the reporter, and you practice your script. I shall return shortly to see if you have memorized your lines and are convincing. And Duchess Megan departed. Princess Diana stepped out from behind the curtain and gazed at her son sadly. She was shaking her head as she disappeared to report to the Queen. All right, so that's where that one ends today. I'm going to try to get some more written this afternoon so that I'll have some to read to you. Probably if I'm going to paint tomorrow, I'll go ahead and I'll show you all the bathroom that I finished, and then I'll show you the one that I'm getting ready to work on so you can have a before and after idea. And please remember to like my video. Something about the algorithm, it gets recommended to more people if it gets more likes. Share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and if you'd like to be notified when I post new videos, please hit the notifications bell. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will talk to you again, I'm guessing tomorrow. Bye.